Everybody, what's up? I apologize for not posting this sooner. I was sick for a couple days, and I was just now only be able to get the time to film today. Recently, AsianSleepy posted two different vlogs. One is social media addiction and its effect on gaming and collecting, and links will be below, by the way. And then the other one was how gaming and collecting has changed as we age. To be honest, both of these are entwined because as I've gotten older, I found that my time on certain social media has changed. I'm not on Instagram that much, maybe a couple times a week. Threads is the same way. I gave up X. I wasn't happy with it. On Facebook, even that has gone down because like meme groups that I belong to have gotten either political or they've gotten into realms where the stuff isn't funny or it's repeated over and over again. Like same text, different pictures. And I'm not one of those people who's really big into politics. And when people drag it into stuff, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to hear this crap, especially when it's repetitive. So that has dropped more and more. Even with like YouTube, I've stopped watching a lot of channels for a lot of different reasons. I know people have moved on to other platforms, which I may watch them on there, but I may not have an account, or I just may have stuff going on where I get caught up in a while. It's hard to do. And I've found, in addition as I've gotten older, especially with like game collecting, what I see on, you know, like YouTube or Facebook, for example, one of the things that I've noticed is a lot of people who I got game information from, they're not on YouTube anymore. Um, they, may post every great once in a while on YouTube. A couple of gaming groups I was on have just disappeared pretty much. So it's really hard to follow it. And another part to it really is that there are just times when you think, is this game going to be worth it for me to play? And there's so many games that I bought that I want to play that aren't, the Xbox X or the PlayStation 5. And they're talking about a new Switch coming out. And nobody knows when that's going to be, how it's going to work, anything like that. So it's really hard, to find stuff. Like with Nintendo, they repackage stuff for a new system, which is fine if you haven't played a lot of the older stuff. But then they put stuff like on the online service, and I don't want to pay into that. Because there's only a couple of games I want to play, so I don't really see the need for it. With YouTube, I don't get that many recommendations from a lot of people for reasons like, how do I want to put it? Like there are people that I've seen, they've played games that I'm interested in playing, or they may play an older system which I don't want to buy, even though it looks great, I'll watch what they're doing. If it's backwards compatible and it's something I'm interested in, I might go looking for a copy of it, but I'm never sure if I'm buying anything or not because I found as I've gotten older, I feel like I don't have as much time left anymore that I want to play stuff and buy new stuff. So I try to stay away from buying new things for games because I want to enjoy what I have now. And I could go without an Xbox X, a PlayStation 5, a new Nintendo Switch, because I have enough, you know? And yeah, the hardware may die, something may happen, they may cut off servers or whatever. But until that time, I'm happy with what I have. And I don't want to get into the digital only realm. That's the other part of it. Because I still feel, I don't know if it's an age thing or what, I just still feel like the best things are physical. I've bought some stuff digital because it's been on sale, or I just don't want to buy, pay full price, and the use is still kind of iffy. But even then, that's becoming less and less. If I see something like Kotaku or IGN, for example, if I'm scrolling, I may stop and read the article if I'm interested. I may look into it. I think it was an article on IGN, which is how I found Dredge. I could be wrong on that one. I might be. Don't hold me to it. But it's kind of like, with social media. You don't use TikTok. Um, I've watched a few things on it. I didn't think it was worth the time. I know there are a lot of people who like it. It wasn't for me. Also, hearing that there's somebody who has had an IP ban and is back up because they live in another country and have a lot of problems. To me, that's kind of like, okay, you should just shut that person out criminally. That's just an opinion. I'm not going to go into who that person is, but yeah. There's this lot, I've seen a lot of stupid stuff on there. I've heard enough stuff about it that I just not interested in it. I may use it for who is it? Scumbag Dad. I think he's on there. I watch him on Instagram as well as YouTube. I do have Instagram, but unless you really know me, you will not know what the name of it is because it has nothing to do with my channel name or my real name. Um, so yeah, one of those things. I just wanted to post certain things, check some stuff out. There's few comedians that I like that are only on Instagram. They post more stuff on there than they do YouTube or Facebook. So yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like getting into Facebook games where if you're one of those people that you get into it, you find everything becomes repetitive and it just doesn't feel like worth it. Plus, they may want you to add more and more people, and you're kind of like, I don't know about this. I've added people for it before. Some of these people have had viewpoints that I like. The game wasn't becoming interesting. Either one of us just unfriended the other person. There's people I've met from another group that was really, that are cool, and I'm still friends with them because they're interesting people. I really like talking to them and that. So there are those people, but it's just social media to me, even like with YouTube. YouTube, I normally watch more like at night if I can't sleep because I have other stuff I'm doing. Like there's stuff that I watch during the day, but it's very select. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just can't get into it as much. It's like buying new games and that. I've seen games that look interesting on the surface, but then when you watch gameplay or trailers for them, they don't seem that interesting. I am currently backing a game on Kickstarter. I set it for a physical copy. I've seen the demo. It looks really good. The artwork is really great. I'm hoping it does wonderfully and it gets, you know, distributed because I would like to see it done. There are a few indie groups that I support because once again, they do a lot of great work. The guys that do the Cat Quest series, I love those games. Can't wait for the third one to come out. I never got the new SteamWorld game, which I'm planning on getting. I was going to get it, but then I didn't. I wish I had sooner, but it is what it is. That was during that time where I wasn't filming videos and really not playing games. So yeah, there's that. Now, if you talk about maybe like stuff like movies, for example, there are a couple of people that I watch that do talk about movies. So, they do talk about, pickups maybe. I might find something interesting in there, but there aren't that many people that do pickups anymore. There's a lot more game discussion than anything else. And I know there are people that are slowing down their collecting. But yeah, and I bought some movies in that recently that I can't wait to watch. Um, got some stuff, a couple TV shows online that I need to finish up. It may take a while. That takes up my time as well. So I've got a lot of different stuff on my plate. So I like to try to evenly distribute things. And that's just why I can't spend a lot of time on social media anymore because I want to do things that are interesting to me. And yes, there are people I'm talking to, posting on Facebook and that are great. But I don't even spend that much time on there. And I'm still going to talk to those people because they're great friends in that. And ultimately, I think at some point, maybe, in the future, I might not have Instagram anymore. I might not have Threads. I don't know. Definitely no TikTok, no X. Got rid of my X. There was just stuff behind that I wasn't interested in as well. But like I said, even with Facebook meme groups, just stuff has become so repetitive on those. It's not even funny. It can be the same text, different picture, doesn't matter. It doesn't make it, funny once you've seen it 3 or 4 times. It's over and done with. It's kind of like the person that talks about a movie to death, and when you see it, you just like, I don't, you're like, huh, what, and they're like, you have no sense of humor or whatever, and you go, well, you talked about it so much that I'm not interested in it, you know. Leave the surprise, leave it spoiler free. Just say, hey, I have this scene I want you to see, and show it to them. What was it? There's a movie called Escanaba into Moonlight. And all I heard about was the scene where all these people are sitting around farting. And I'm like, okay, fine. I got one person in the movie. They were happy about it. They said, okay, you gotta see the scene. It was funny, but the reason I found it funny is not because of the farting. Both, I like with scene of Blazing Saddles, but they didn't talk about it to death, you know. And that's something else that I like about people I watch on YouTube. They don't talk about things over and over in the same extent. That's really cool to see, which is what I try to do. I made a couple of videos about Dredge. I had the 2-piece video about Golden Sun, but there was just so much to cover on that. And it was just fun. I need to play the new DLC for Dredge still, but I haven't had that chance. But that's just what I wanted to cover. Like I said, feel free to check out Sleepy's videos. Both of the links will be below. Just going to give him a heads up that I made the video. And if you ever want, if Sleepy loves it when people, or seems to love it, he enjoys it more. He loves it, I'm sure. When people make, response videos. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do it because it's a great topic and combine both. It's just, one of those things that I really was thinking about just because of the fact that I was like, this is a cool topic that you can combine together. So that's it, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.